Alright guys, so just got out of work, pretty pumped up. So, the moment that we've all been waiting for. By the way, I hope you guys know, I hate this purple. I hate purple. So, don't think that I enjoy wearing purple. But, yep, so just got out of work. Basically, long story short, I tried to order the rear dual caliper setup from like the brackets and everything through GK Tech. GK Tech said as long as you order them, they're on back order. We'll try to get them in. They're made per order. So I ordered them. Basically, I was in contact with them for like 2 weeks. And then going on from there, they were like, yeah, they should be in within the next week to our US warehouse. And then that would be next week. And then the week after, like as soon as they get them there, they'd be able to send them to me. And I mean, they could get it in on Friday when the event's on Saturday. So I didn't take that bet. So I actually went through Maverick Motorsports, basically Googled it, and I was like, listen, like I gotta find a another set that's gonna be, I'll be able to do this with the Z. I looked up a couple things. I saw on Jimmy Oaks' video or whatever that he went through Villains or whatever. I contacted those guys. They don't make them for the Z, only the S chassis cars, and it won't fit on the Z. So went through Maverick. I got a hold of those guys right away. Basically, I sent them a message. I was like, hey, do you guys have these in stock, this and that? They said yes. And I was like, how long would it take to get shipped out to Massachusetts from Arizona? And they said 2-3 days, this and that. So I was like, okay. So I ordered them. 2 days later, they're in. So we're doing the unboxing right now. All right, guys. So this is the set that it came with from Maverick Motorsports. The left plate, the right plate, the hardware, bolts, spacers, washers, whatnot, hub spacers here. I got this for $230 through Maverick Motorsports, free shipping, 2 days. They have some in stock as of now. GK Tech was a little bit cheaper for the price, but you still would have had to pay shipping and whatnot and the time frame. So honestly, it came up to about the same price as this. It might have been like a $20-$30 difference. But like I said, I got these in ASAP. I didn't have time to wait. We got to get these in ASAP. So that's the plan for this weekend, is get these in, get the lines run, set up the hydro, and be good. So we're going to have a lot of footage of that, being able to grind down the knuckles and such like that. So yeah, we got some work to do. All right, guys. So out here and at the compound, once again, getting ready, prepping for the next drift event for Club Loose. Louis out here, just chilling, looking at the turd. But yeah. So as you guys saw earlier, we're gonna be working on the hydro e-brake setup, the dual caliper. So going on from here, we got to start taking all this bullshit off. So let's start doing that. All right, so basically, to get the caliper off, you got to make sure that you have this kind of knot hanging off, going crazy, because it is connected up here. So I kind of have it jammed between like the lift and like the control arm, just so it's out of the way. But there's just two 17 millimeter bolts. One goes in here, one goes in down here. That's what we're gonna have to shave off. And then we have to release the e-brake to get the rotors off, but I'm waiting until Louis gets finished taking those two 17s out. All this goes legit though. Boom. All right. Next step. All right, so now, yeah.
Cut the heat shield or take the heat
yeah, we gotta take the heat shield off and shit. All right, so now we got the rotors off. So now the main goal is what we have to do is we have to cut these off, get the heat shield out of the way too. So, okay, so after you actually take off the caliper here, basically what you're gonna do is you gotta take this guy off, but there's a little cap on it. So cap with a cotter pin. So all you got to do is take the cotter pin out first, take that cap off, and then take this off. So we can take this assembly off. Then there's a couple bolts in the back that hold the heat shield on. We're gonna have to take that off too. Oh, you already got that bitch off?
I already got that bitch off.
Already got that bitch off. So we're getting there. This one's a bitch to take off right now, so we had to spray it with some PB. So just letting that sit for a little bit, and then we're actually gonna zap it off. We used a ratchet with a breaker bar for this side, and we got it off, but literally when Louis was over here trying to break this one loose, it was like bending this ratchet here. It was like bending this guy. So, and we were using this breaker bar. So yeah. So we're letting that sit, and then. All right, guys. So we got this other side off now. Use the big impact. So now what you do is after you take that big nut off, you have 4 bolts in the back behind here. It's technically 5. So there's one big one here. You're gonna need a 1 1/16 wrench to get this back one right there. So right there, you're gonna need 1 1/16. Then you're gonna need a 19mm to get the ones off right there. You see those 2 holes there? There's 4 of them. So 2 there, and then 2 there. Use an extension with a 19mm. You'll be able to get those off. So that's what we're doing right now. Julian's out here in the compound. Catering's out here chilling. But Julian's right now working on the 19 in the bed.
I just cracked them all.
You cracked them?
Yeah, they're coming on.
All right, word. Yeah, so I'm about to take this one off, and then we'll be good for this side. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, guys. So I finally got the freaking hub off. This is what it looks like. It's just chilling by the e-brake. I'm gonna delete it anyway, so it don't really matter. But basically, what you got to do to get it free like this is, again, there's 4 19mm bolts here. 1 1/16 bolt here, and then there's a 12mm bolt here that holds like the e-brake to that. You kind of need to take that off so you can get this free for your cable. But that's what we're looking at right now, and we're actually looking at deleting this whole thing. So I might even just cut this cable right there and leave it like this, but we don't really know for right now, so that's what we're trying to look at. But Julian's trying to break this side. This side is just not, this side's been the problem the whole entire time. So
I broke the fucking...
You messed up the fucking flathead. Yeah. But he's gonna undo that e-brake cable, little 12mm, and then we're gonna try to get in there and fucking hammer this thing free. So, but yeah, and then basically the next steps, we're gonna have to grind some of this down, and then we're gonna need some of the corners down, and then we're gonna need to cut these off so we can put the plate on, and then basically we're Gucci. So that's what we're doing right now. All right. So so now what we do, guys, is to get the full thing off without actually cutting the cord or anything, there's two of these that are sitting like in these holes right here. Yeah. All you have to do is unloosen these 2 flathead bolts, and then
real easy, they're only spring loaded down.
Yeah, it's only spring loaded, and then there's 2 springs right here. They wrap around those 2 springs, they wrap around that little thing. All you do is take out those 2 screws, bang, bang, and then you grab a needle nose pair of pliers, unwrap that, and literally the e-brakes pads just fall off and the whole assembly comes off.
It just splits apart.
Splits apart, and then it comes out to looking like that.
With your hub.
And now all we have to do is basically start matching up the bracket to this.
Yep, we gotta shave
and we gotta cut those off and everything. So what we're about to do right now is start measuring and checking everything out. All right, so we just deleted the e-brake. Basically, how to delete the e-brake is that this end is connected to the dust plate here. Basically right there, this little groove comes through here, and then it's basically stopped.
Connects to the brakes.
Yeah, it comes here and then connects to here when whatever bullshit. But yeah, so basically what you gotta do is the first part to get it out of the brake part is you have to squeeze this down and then slide this out like, I mean, an old school bike cable kind of thing. So squeeze the spring down, slide this up, and then slide it out like that. Then the second part, you'll have to actually put the spring down this way towards the end and then slide it out of this metal piece. And then basically it runs through. And where is it? Oh yeah, so it runs through right where Julian's fingers are, there's a dust boot there. All you got to do is on this side where my fingers are, is you just pull it towards me and down, and then you'll actually be able to pull the cable out that way. So when it comes out that way, near his hand, it runs up to there, to that bolt.
No, this
or that one, yeah.
this one.
That one, and then there's another one right here. This little bracket right there, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, and then
It runs up more.
it runs up into right where about his hands are, and then it runs into this fucking thing. What the fuck? Look at this. Yeah. The chain hang low. All right. So then it connects to this. So basically, we just showed you here, here, here. There's the dust boot. Then here, the 10 millimeter. Then here, the 12 millimeter. And then this freaking thing. Okay. So how these things are is they go to this bracket right here like this. So you see how it's got an opening on one side and the other. So basically what you do is it's connected. It's going to look like this. Slits in like that, like that, like that. So then that's when it's in. So that's how it's connected. To take it off, this is what you do. You slide it, and then you push up from the bottom, and slides out. Bang. You gotta do both sides. This side was the shitty side. It was tough as crap because basically the plastic was all frayed and all messed up. So we kind of had to bend it and whatnot to get it out. And then there's just a couple bolts to hold the e-brake in. There's actually 1, 2, and then 3 and 4. And then all you do is, it's a lot easier if you have someone else like Julian. Julian basically,
he was pulling, I just basically just slanted it like that.
Yeah, slanted it like that. And then it came through the hole. And now, as you can see, that's where the hole is, right there. So that's where we're gonna run our lines. Now we're gonna run our lines down through here, up. Follow the same route. Yeah.
The old route was.
Yeah, and be freaking Gucci.
Yep. So pretty much, we have just one bolt holding it, the back end right now, so we can try to see exactly what we have to shave down. For starters, the first thing you guys want to shave off is the stock Caliper bracket knuckles. Well, if that's even what you call them.
Yeah. So basically we got to cut these off. We got to grind these off because this is where the calipers are going to sit now. So we got to cut these off.
And then on this side, basically, we're gonna have to shave down this arm right here because caliper on the bottom needs more space to actually mount to it, as well as the one on top. So yeah, pretty much you guys gotta have to shave about a good amount right here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shave some of this off, and then we're gonna have to shave
the back
basically
side.
that back side off too. So that's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
We're just like basically test fitting this on to see how it looks.
Nobody else has the actual video on how to do it on a Z32.
There's no write-ups. There's nothing. Like, I know people have done it, but they haven't showed any pictures or nothing.
Chassis too.
Yeah.
Literally in S chassis, the knuckle setup is different. So
yeah.
Basically, we just gotta take it step by step and figure out exactly how it's supposed to be done.
So that's what we're doing right now.
Once we get that done, then the lines are gonna be nice and quick.
Hell yeah, the lines are cake. So
lines cake.
But all right. So we were overthinking things a little bit, as you guys can see, but now we figured it out.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But we blew up the blade.
Nah, I got a
Oh, you got
Dremel.
Oh, you got the Dremel?
Yeah. Just gotta go slow with it, but
basically on your left side of the vehicle, this is what we're working on right now. For your knuckle, all you have to do the spot that you need to trim it down, basically you gotta cut off these. We're almost done with that one. Right here, this little area right here, literally like right when it starts to almost straighten out from the bending, you can see that the plate is hitting.
Yeah, put the plate on
right there. So basically, the parts that you need to trim off is right here, and then right up here. Up here, you only have to trim a tiny bit just for the nut to get through. So basically, when
this is basically mounted.
It's almost sitting flush. It's off by a little bit.
So right there, the screw's hitting the knuckle. It'll focus. There it is. Right there. Just a little bit.
Just a tiny
and then
bit.
down low.
Down below. Come on.
Right there. So right. It's not gonna. There it is. Right there. That's gonna hit it also. So.
Well, it's not really so much as the bolt. It's this.
Yeah. There you go. See right there where it's rubbing. So that's where you gotta get that. And then up top also, because the bolt's kind of touching a little bit. But so that's all you got to do for that.
Not too much trimming.
Yep. No, slight trimming. All right, guys. So this is the first side. This is what it looks like.
Easy my ass.
We got 2 fucking calipers on here, and this is not easy.
This is not easy.
This is not easy.
This is not bolt and play.
This was so there's a lot of grinding we had to do. So we had to grind here for this bolt to fit. This is the bracket. So basically what we did is how we put this all together. We'll actually have more in depth for when we do the next one. But what we did is we put all this like together and then threw it on and then bolted the 4 bolts into the back. But where we grinded was here, because the caliper was, it's all on the right side. So this whole side where this is gonna be, we had to grind right here for this bolt. Then we had to grind, like I said, here for the back of the caliper. I actually grinded off the back of the caliper where there's like an old bracket. We took the bracket off and then ground that down, and then grinded for right here too. Basically this knuckle here, this piece you have to grind a good amount, and then
scary good amount.
Yeah, like ridiculous amount. And then this here too. But okay, so the common places for this is on the passenger side. This is where you have to grind. So you're gonna have to grind up here. Basically, you can see where it was rubbing. You have to grind up here for that 1 bolt. You're gonna have to grind here for the back of the caliper part, and like here. So basically this whole chunk here, and then down here for the other bolt. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay guys, sorry for the dirt stash and the messed up hair, but today has been hectic. So I've been working on this freaking dual caliper setup since about 11:30 in the morning, and it's about 8 o'clock at night right now. It's crazy. So basically I got a hold of Landon on Facebook, and he asked me if the rotors that I had were they still the stock Z32 rotors, or if they were the Mustang rotors, because he knew that some kids actually need Mustang rotors. And me being a dumbass, I thought, I mean, like the stock Z32 ones were kind of the same as the Mustang ones. I thought, I mean, because I know a lot of these dual caliper setups are for S chassis cars, like 240s and stuff. So a lot of them say that they need Z32 rotors. So I thought I already had that. But for this kit from Maverick Motorsports, you need Mustang rotors. I didn't know that, so we've been trying to finagle the Z32 freaking rotor on. We're like, what did we do wrong? Like, did I not shave enough down, this and that? Just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he said it's the Mustang rotors. So I went out to O'Reilly's. They were the only place to have them, and I went and got them. So I picked them up. I'm stopping here now to get some food. And as this is going on, Louis is actually grinding down the second side, since I only got one side grinded down, because of the fact of we were trying to work on one side to get it done so we could actually know exactly what to do. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on right now. Just grabbing food, and like I said, I got the freaking rotors there, so hopefully I brought the hub assembly to make sure that it would fit, and it does. So that's what we're going with. So yep. So Julian's just finishing it up. we're exhausted. This sucked.
Like noon.
Yeah, it's about 8:30 now. Yeah. So 8.5 hours.
We were doing something that was basically fucking impossible.
Yeah, we were doing something impossible. We were stupid. I was stupid.
We were missing a very, very key part, and it was just.
So basically, the key part is if you guys are gonna use this Maverick Motorsports rear dual caliper setup, you need to get Mustang calipers. You need to shave the shit down. You need to shave everywhere down where we showed you before. I'll just show you again right now. And then you put the spacer right here, the hub spacer right there, and then you get, I got 1994 Mustang Cobra rotors at O'Reilly's, and that shit's not going anywhere. It's fucking not wobbly. And once we tighten the fucking shit down, we don't need to get extended studs. So you guys know we don't need to get extended studs, because that was something I was freaking out about. But as you can see, Louis came through here, shave that down, shave this down, shave that down, and yeah, so we're about to do this one now, and we'll be Gucci. Also, we shaved this bottom. Yeah, the bottom part of the caliper. So basically what there's a bracket that used to go here for the old original line, all you have to do is shave down the bottom side of it. So if you
the more you shave this down, the less you have to shave
on
this.
the, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it. All right, so these are all on right now. All I got to do is put the large nut with the washer on, and yeah, that's basically it. That's what we're looking at. So, all right, guys. So out here, finally, everything looks good. Dual caliper setup, bang. So now we're just running the lines. So basically what we got to do is start from here. Run the line down through here. I'm gonna actually run it exactly where the old brake line e-brake used to go. So I'm gonna put the T basically like a little bit more inside there so you don't see it, but you're gonna see the line just run right into there like that, and I'll actually get like a little plate to block that off so it'll look pretty good. So this is what I got. This is the, you're gonna need a couple different things. So this is the brass T from Advanced. This is the size you'll need for that. So that's that. And then you're gonna need a different set of these guys. So these are the OEM ones that I took off the old brake lines. And then these ones I just fit when I was at the parts store. I just fit these into the sides of those. So these will go to the calipers, and then these will go to the T fitting. And then these guys, this is the size you'll need for the Willwood setup if you get this. So you're gonna need a 3/8 24. So it screws into there. So basically how it'll work is, as you can see here, I still gotta taper this off, but these go on here, and then this screws into that like that, and I'll run it down and over. It's gonna run along this and then down in there. So I just gotta flange this end really quick, and then from there I'll show you that. You'll also need a flange kit. Got that from Advanced. And you'll also need the brake line cutter. Got that from Advanced also. So that's mainly what you'll need, and then also you'll need the brake line. This is the brake line that I got. So it gave me a whole mess of it. It was like the whole kit and caboodle was like 30 bucks. Okay, so to flange this, this is what we're gonna have to do. So Julian's just flaring out the piping that we have for the brake lines. As I showed you guys before, it's 3/16 by 25 feet. So basically, what you do with the tool, is Julian just told me, is that there's numbers on the tool that actually tells you the diameter of the piping. And since we have 3/16 piping, he put the piping in the 3/16 on one end, and then on the other end you use the flanger.
Make sure you guys always have this on, because if you do this, if you flare it, the line without this on, basically you're not gonna get this on. So a lot of people definitely really
forget. Yeah, people forget all the time. So that's a 13mm wrench.
Yeah.
So all you do is do that, and you just basically flange it out. You tighten it up. You tighten that piston down, or that bolt down, so once it goes down, it actually goes into the head of the piping, and that's where you can see right there.
Perfect fit.
Boom. So that's how you flange brake line.
Alright, so finally everything is hooked up. Flange all nice and tight. We ran the brake line behind the strut. Yeah. Alright, basically ran the brake line behind the strut, underneath the axle, through where the old OEM boot went, and basically ran it up underneath the drive shaft tunnel and right through the hole where the old e-brake used to go. So all that's left to do now basically is just fill her up with some brake fluid, bleed her, and then get to go have some fun testing out the new hydro. So
I'll show him how we did the T too.
yeah, basically ran the line up, over, down, underneath into the carpet, Put the T right there, and like I said, it runs straight down the drive shaft tunnel all the way down to where you guys just seen. And yeah, that's it. Hydro is fully connected, and now we get to fill it up and have some fun. Excited, Jeremy? Woo! It's hot. It's muggy.
Alright guys, so that's what the dual caliper looks like right now. So OEM front one, so brake pedal, handbrake. So basically you can see 94 Mustang Cobra rotor, and then you can see the kit comes with the hub ring around here, so this fits on there. You can see where we grind it down, that. Julian's just checking the lines really quick to see if they're blue, because we're bleeding the brake right now. This one's not leaking anywhere, so that's good. It's only that one on that side, so we're trying to figure that out right now. Leaking a little bit. So Julian's fixing that. Hey!
Fucking hot.
Hell yeah. But it's down, it's in. We got pressure, we got a line. Woo! Ready?
Bro, go out there, go rip this. You make real hard, go do it for them.
We're gonna do it for day. We're gonna do it for day.
Left turn only, no right turns, do it for them.
Alright guys, so this is how it looks. So the line's right there, doesn't touch the cap, so you're able to take the cap off. Runs down, we hit it under the rug, and then comes up and around. And we have our two caliper sides here, so for the rear caliper, so left side, driver side, right side. Basically just matched it up, bent them the same way. Goes down above the drive shaft as close to the tunnel as possible, then down, and then follows the OEM setup for the regular e-brake. And that's how it looks. So this side is the regular normal like left foot brake, and then this is the hydro setup. The red is because they came off the other 300Z, so I had the calipers painted before. So, but I mean, we got the event next weekend, so. But that 94 Mustang Cobra rotors, Maverick Motorsports, dual caliper setup. Basically, going on from here, I can't even think of what else. You know, I want to get that plate done. Get that plate done from my switches and such. Get a new wheel. And then just get my gauges wired up. But besides that, honestly, everything like that, and then going on from all that stuff, I just want to get the sound deadening out and repaint the interior metal and such, and get this repainted someday, even though it doesn't really need to be. You know, there's just some rough spots like a dang here stuff, but it's a drift car. But basically here, I gotta delete this, get the plug here to delete the rear wiper. It's legit, guys. I love it. It's sick. I got another wheel for that too, so I'll be running the Z-Bruhz toe-ins. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright guys, so finally got that dual caliper setup all done. Hydro handbrake all set. Shout out to Sticky Manufacturing for that. Maverick Motorsports for the rear dual caliper setup. Sorry for the wind. Shout out to Landon on Facebook also, from the Z32 Drifters group. I mean, if it wasn't for him, we could have still been doing it. But no, yeah, so we just had to get those rotors and everything. Again, thank you Louie, thank you Big Lou to let us use the compound, the lift, all the tools, and Julian always coming out, catering, always coming out. So it was cool, man. I really appreciate it for all you guys watching and for all the help. So just if you guys can, like, comment, subscribe, And next weekend, Club Loose.